I want to talk about my guy, Tyson Fury. Goliath, if you will. I keep saying it, but I can't stop thinking about it. I would find myself yesterday sitting down, quiet moment in between party prep and run around, work with food, and like immediately what pops into my head? Tyson Fury does. It's just concrete block of a man. I told you all this before the show. I told a lot of people this at the party yesterday, but I feel like Tyson Fury, when I look at him, just see his makeup and his chin, I feel like he could sit there, stick his chin out, let me punch him as hard as I wanted to. And then my knuckles would break before Tyson Fury would feel anything. And let's be clear about this. Lest you think I'm just a Tyson Fury fanboy, I was cheering for Wilder on Saturday. I decided to side with the American. His story is incredible. And there's a lot of revisionist history right now going on with Deontay Wilder. Like all of a sudden, he's not a good boxer. All of a sudden, he's just a one-trick pony. Deontay Wilder didn't start boxing till he was 19 years old. He was a beer truck delivery driver. He has a daughter with spina bifida. And then at 19 years old, he's like, I got to make some money. Deontay Wilder walks into a boxing gym. He makes the Olympic team a year and a half later and gets bronze a year and a half after that. And then he goes on to be a pro, goes 42-0-1 with 41 knockouts before his first ever loss, and he's not a good fighter now. Hell no, he's an incredible boxer. But that just shows there's always someone badder out there. Maybe unless you are Tyson Fury. And everything on Saturday, man, everything about Fury. From the entry, his energy, his insanity, just his sheer size, 6'9", 270, and in incredible shape. How about this? So if you look at the first Fury Wilder fight, and then you look at this one, and you look at Fury's body, his body looked way worse the first time around. He looked more out of shape. He looked more flabby. Well, this is where that gets weird. He weighed 250 in that first fight. So he looked like he was in significantly better shape, more cut up this fight, and he weighed 270. That means that man on that 6'9" giant frame gained 20 pounds of muscle. I mean, unreal. How are you supposed to fight that? He was unrelenting. He was unrelenting. Everybody's scared of that right hand from Wilder, not Fury. He's already eaten it. He was just constantly pushing the pace, never giving Wilder a second to breathe. Can y'all think about, like, really think about this? Can you fathom how terrifying it would be to have Tyson Fury constantly bearing down on you, trying to kill you? I mean, like,
I think having anybody constantly bearing down on you, trying to kill you, would be terrifying.
Tyson Fury, though, with his 6'9", bald head and his stilts for legs and his giant arms, constantly, all he wants to do is to try to smash you. I mean, Deontay Wilder's bleeding out of his ears after the third round. He literally burst his eardrum. Shout out to Wilder. That's incredible toughness out of Wilder. A lesser man would have been done after that third round. They would have died. He continued to fight. I don't know how he managed to stand up for 4 more rounds against that assault. And then he's just constantly grabbing him, and he's leaning on him, and he's making sure Wilder feels that 270. I mean, how the hell are you supposed to stand up to that kind of assault? You can't. You can't. And then the crazy thing is, so, you know, he's an Irish traveler, Tyson Fury is. And he has the title of Gypsy King, which is given to the best bare-knuckle boxer in the Irish traveler community. His grandpa was a Gypsy King. His uncle was a Gypsy King. Obviously, he is. He's now the heavyweight champ. And if you're looking for, like, a pop culture touchstone for Irish travelers, there's been, I think it was like My Big Fat Irish Wedding, which they have an Irish traveler reality show. If you've seen Snatch, Brad Pitt's character, Periwinkle Bleu, that's an Irish traveler. Also, he is a bare-knuckle boxer. So that's where Tyson Fury comes from. And you could feel that destiny Saturday night. Like, this is a man who, this is what he was born to do, to fight. It's in his blood. It's in his bones. It's written in his DNA. And when he came in on that throne, and with this crooner song playing, It's Crazy by who?
Patsy Cline.
Yeah, by Patsy Cline. Like, this is a fight, right? You want like some rock or some like metal, right? Or some just a great rap. No, not Tyson Fury. Crazy playing. He looks so relaxed, so cocksure. But the word that kept coming to my mind when I saw that man sitting on his throne with his chin up, just kind of looking around, he looked menacing. Like, I found it to be very unsettling. And he's sitting down, not a care in the world, not like he has millions of people watching him go against the most dangerous knockout artist maybe of all time. And he just doesn't have a care in the world. And then he stands up and raises his arms, and you see him for the monster that he is. And at the beginning of this segment, I called him Goliath, but that's what I keep wondering. Like, is this, if you were alive in biblical times, is this what Goliath would have looked like? And then my brain keeps spinning, and I just can't imagine what would it be like if you had run into Tyson Fury on an ancient battlefield, armored up, battle axe in hand. Maybe he's like a Viking berserker who's tripping on mushrooms, no armor, dual-wielding axes. The point is, this is an ancient power in his bones, and I cannot wait to watch what he does from here. Look, I'm not a boxing guy, right? I'm not. I don't have any knowledge of the sport. But what I witnessed Saturday is going to stick with me for a very long time. It was one of the best, most enjoyable sporting experiences from a viewer that I've ever had. And I lost money. I mean, I was betting on Wilder. I was cheering for Wilder. But Fury was he was irresistible. He was unrelenting. And I can't wait to see what he does from here. Do y'all know that Fury's only 32?
I did not know that, but I thought you might bring this up, and you haven't, so now I'm just going to ask you about it because I didn't watch the fight.
Yeah.
Did you see the part where, and I just saw videos of it, where he licked the blood off of Wilder's neck? We
didn't even get into that. He said before the fight he wanted to taste blood.
Gross.
And then he literally had this man, Deontay Wilder, who's 42.
What do you think Wilder's thinking as he's getting his neck licked?
I don't know what Wilder's thinking the entire night. That's kind of my point, right? Is like, how do you go through that human experience of having this man licking your blood, bursting your eardrum, constantly bearing down on you, literally trying to kill you? It is terrifying. He said he wanted to taste blood before the fight. He literally tasted blood.
Kind of like some psychopath stuff.
It is.
But it's like okay.
His whole entrance was psychopath stuff. And then after the fight, he sings, why am I, bye.
American Pie.
Yeah, he sings American Pie a cappella after the fight. Well, I know he's known for it and everything, but he's crazy. He's crazy. But there's one thing he was put on here to do, and that's to fight. And then I also do love his new message about overcoming depression and bringing yourself out from these dark areas. But, man, Tyson Fury, like I said, it's going to stick with me for a long time.